Welcome back to A Very Good Life. Thought I'd give you a update, year-end update and status from Brown Farms. It's November 16th today, and I'm out in HighTunnel C, which is the largest of the three that we own. And this is the one that we grow totally strawberries. I'll flip you around as I'm in here looking around. One of the things that we did this year is put this crop cover inside to shade the sun and keep it cooler. And I do want to report that although we put it in mid-June, which was probably 3 weeks late, it helped us tremendously in keeping the berries, the size of them larger, and they didn't tend to go into a protection mode, and our production stayed through the hottest part of the summer. And it worked so well, I haven't even taken it down, and I see no purpose in taking it down. We've had numerous days down in the 20s so far this year, and you can see that there are still berries out here, although there's not many. We could probably get 10 pounds probably out here. Pretty pleased with it. In fact, we're very pleased. Now, all the water is drained at this point, and we're just kind of waiting for these berries to go into hibernation for the summer. But the HighTunnel is 180 or 192 foot long. 186 foot of that is a row, because we have 2 foot walk in the far end, and on this side we have 4 foot walk. So that leaves us 186 foot, and just about at this point is the halfway point. And the reason I'm pointing that out is we have come up with a plan for next year. And up to this point, I will tell you that our strawberries, which are 2 different types in here, but they're all day neutral, we let them go for 3 years, and then the 4th year we replace them. So this year, with our shade cloth in place, we managed to get about 70% production. And where I come up with 70% is, as a rule of thumb, each hole available in this fabric, ground fabric, and I'll show you a little bit closer. There's one that's dead, obviously. But there is approximately 4,400 holes for plants in here. And if every plant, optimally, I look for 1 pound is 100% of berries through the year. So we got about 70% of that 1 pound per hole, which I'm pretty pleased with, because I've done worse. Now let's go back to what I said about the replanting after the 3rd year. So the side that you're looking at right now was the 3rd year for these rows. And the newest side, that is just 1 year old. So from my records that we keep, I know that the second year of production, which would be the second year on these berries on this far end, will be the best year because they'll start earlier and they'll finish strong. So what we decided to do, ultimately, these are coming out this year and are going to be replaced. So I'm going to come in and we'll mow this and bag it almost immediately. Pull the ground cover up, augment the soil. I'm going to take you through all these processes, and we will replant this next spring with approximately 2,200 fresh strawberry plants. So next year, this whole HighTunnel will be under 2 years old. One obviously will be 1 year, and then the far side here will be 2 years. And I believe that I can shoot for above 80% of that 1 pound. How realistic is 1 pound? I do know that the second year I have got as high as 1.15 pounds per berry plant. So I know it's achievable. Realistically, I'm going to say probably we're going to stay under that. I hope not, but realistically, I'd say, hey, if you can get 90%, that'd be great. So in the future going forward, we have made a decision, and the decision is to replant after the second year always. Now that may be only true for the next few years, but what that tells me is every year I am going to be planting strawberries instead of, hey, we get a year off. Realistically, that's just not worth it. So that's the plan. We're going to be actually in here probably next week, along with Thanksgiving. If the weather has any type of sun at all, we'll be in here working. Because obviously I don't have to wait for this end to die back. I can come in and cut it because it's coming out anyway. So part of our plan is to obviously rotate berries every 2 years, but I'm going to take you into our second HighTunnel and tell you how that all works with that. Come over here. Now when we built this HighTunnel, initially I only wanted strawberries in it, and everybody was on me and said, oh no, let's put raspberries in it. So we put 2 rows of raspberries in here and 3 rows of strawberries. So how's this play out this year, or after this year? This was the 3rd year for these berries. So they either are going to have to come out and get replanted, okay, or our plan has changed a little bit, and the or part is we're going to take these out. We're going to take the row covers right out and put them actually into the HighTunnel that we were just in. These are white on black. Let me show you here. These row covers are white on black, and they're a little bit better for the berry. They do a little bit better on it instead of what's in the HighTunnel. See at the big first half of that HighTunnel is all just black on black. So we do like white on black a little bit better. But our plan in here is to take, when we take these out, to put 2 rows of blackberries in. So at that point, instead of this high tunnel being nothing but strawberries, it's totally flipped, and we are going to have nothing but brambles in here. And I think that will serve us well. Now, our biggest problem was, in thinking about doing this, was will our production take a hit in berries? Because again, we've sold almost 4,000 pounds of strawberries this year and grew. Well, our production may not take a hit if I make that change to replant every 2 years, because the 3rd year and the 1st year are the off years for the plant. So if I'm putting new berries in HighTunnel C every year and they're not older than 2 years, I should be able to make up for losing these 3 rows in here altogether. That's the plan. As you can see, we have some berries in here too. A few. I may have to come out and have some strawberry shortcake one more time. And I just had some ice cream, and I went to get raspberry jam last night, and Jessica told me, oh, we might be out. I know where she could get some. Yep. Those are good. So that's the plan. I thought I'd give you an update and try to utilize in 2024 our high tunnels a little bit more efficient. And I think that's what we're going to do. And I would like to take you along, because this is totally a different layout in here, putting blackberries in here. And of course, after that point, if you get all brambles in here, you don't have to replant at all. They should last virtually as long as this high tunnel is up. So we'll see. We'll see. So starting next week, we'll start ripping this out, and I'll show you how we're doing it this year. A little bit different. We bought some different equipment to help us, and it should be a little bit easier. And we've been having in Michigan just wonderful, wonderful weather for like a week and a half now. And I've actually got the fields, all the irrigation is up, and it has been put away, stored. Field's been worked up once. Field out there has been worked up. Looks just beautiful. Probably it looks better around here right now than it's looked in years. So thanks for joining. I'll try to keep some content coming to you. I would like to take you along on this replant and redesign, and we'll see how it goes. I'll see you next week. This is Todd for Very Good Life. Check you next time.